In this video, I'm going to give you the simplest email marketing campaign that is proven to produce awesome results. I'm going to draw it out on the iPad and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hey guys, what's going on? Yuri Elkaim here, CEO and founder of Healthpreneur. We help health professionals and coaches scale their coaching businesses online without the grind and helping them build wealth in the process. You're here because you're looking for an email campaign that you can deploy in your business. And one of the biggest frustrations if you run an online business, I mean, even if you don't run an online business, but you communicate by email with your prospects, is what do you write to them on a weekly basis? Because email marketing, although it has changed dramatically since when I started online back in 2005, it's still one of the most important assets in your business. So whether you have a couple hundred people on your email list or a few thousand or tens of thousands or more, that email list is absolute gold. Don't ignore them. And the biggest cardinal sin that I see, at least in our space, is business owners never emailing their list, or they email their list once a month because they don't want to piss people off. They're like, I don't want to get unsubscribes. Here's the deal. I'm going to share another video with you at the end of this one that is going to give you some kind of controversial perspectives on what email should be and what it should not be for best results. So keep watching. I'll get to that toward the end. But the thing with email is people want to follow someone that they're interested in hearing from. And if your emails are just being sent out as templates that look like newsletters, there's not a lot of character there. And that's what we want to avoid. I think that's, kind of like this whole boilerplate newsletter template type of style of this week's newsletter. Get away from that stuff, okay? What I'm gonna share with you here is what I call the newsletter nurture 3-day campaign. And it's a 3-day sequence you can use that, just plug it in. It's gonna take you 30 minutes at most to come up with a week's worth of content. And with that said, I'm gonna draw it out on the iPad for you and I'll walk you through exactly how it works, okay? So as we can see here on the good old iPad, we have 7 days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And listen, there's no one way of doing this, but I'm gonna give you the simple way of doing this, okay? So to not overwhelm you, what we're gonna focus on is we're gonna send out an email on Monday, on Wednesday, and Friday. And that's it, okay? The more emails you send, the more money you're gonna make. It's really that simple. Now, the more emails you send, the more unsubscribes you're gonna get as well. And that's fine because you want people to know what side, you just want people to choose. Are you on our team or are you off the team, right? Are you on our email list or are you off the email list? Are you not getting value here, then leave. You don't need to pay for people on your email list to never open your emails. It's gonna kill your deliverability and it's not gonna help your business. So get them off the list. If they don't like your emails, bye. So here's the strategy. On Mondays, we have Motivation Mondays. On Wednesday, we have Wednesday Wins. And on Fridays, FAQ Fridays, okay? Really simple framework. So Motivation Mondays, Wednesday Wins, FAQ Fridays. That's as simple as it needs to be. So what do you write about with respect to motivation? Well, motivation can come in all shapes and sizes, right? And it's just thinking about what can you provide people on your email list that's going to inspire them, that's going to get excited for the week ahead. Maybe you're sharing a personal story of yours from the weekend where you're like, you know what? If you're a health expert, for instance, I had a whole pizza on Saturday and I woke up on Sunday not feeling too great, but you know what? It's the start of a new week and that means we can start again. And if you're going through anything in life that, maybe not where you want to be physically, with your health, whatever, every single day is a new opportunity to start fresh. And I want this to be a reminder that this week, today, is the day that's going to start. And you can send out that type of email on Monday, right? You're gonna get the highest open rates typically on Mondays. Humans have a natural reset button, which is Monday. It's like New Year's Day every week, Monday. This is the week it's all gonna change. So leverage that, piggyback on that, and send out some inspirational stuff on a Monday, okay? The more you can use your story in a way that your readers can see themselves through that, the more effective it's gonna be, okay? And you'll get a lot of responses to these types of emails, be like, oh, thank you so much, that was super inspiring. And I'll give you a really simple way of doing this, is just share your own story. Right? The most engaged stuff I post on social or an email is about my story, right? So as an example, why I got into doing what I do. Well, I was, adamant about playing pro soccer when I was young. And during my teenage years, I was, obviously very active and very fit, but I didn't realize I was unhealthy until I lost all my hair to an autoimmune condition at 17. Then that really propelled me into the world of health. So I went on this journey for the next several years to figure out how why that happened and how I could fix it. I went to school, studied kinesiology, holistic nutrition, and lo and behold, I discovered how to solve the whole thing, regrew my hair in the space of a couple months. And then I wanted to spread the message to more and more people. And I did, built a huge business, helped 500,000 people around the world to better health. And then I got a tetanus booster and my hair fell out again. And then out of shame, I painted on eyebrows with my wife's makeup for 2 years. Blah, 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 blah. And then I got to a point where I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm hiding behind this veil of shame. I'm not going to play this game anymore. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the real me. I don't want you to be the real you. right? So like, this isn't it, like what I just rambled on about is exactly the type of email that is going to really connect people to you, and you'll get responses to that stuff. That's like, oh my God, thank you so much for sharing your story, your journey. It was super inspiring and it made me realize X. Okay, so the motivation piece, it's very simple. I mean, like, just share your story, share a client story, share a general human story that everyone can relate to in general. So that's Monday, it's motivation. Maybe it's a kick in the ass. I'm a no BS, hard ass, straight shooter kind of guy. So sometimes I'm like, listen, you don't have what it takes, right? Here's the reality. If you have what it takes, you'll fucking do something about it. And so some people respond to that, some people don't. So you just have to be you. You have to be the true version of you. That's the most important thing in all of your communication. Listen, I drop the occasional F-bomb in these videos. I never swear in my emails, right? That's because I'm a more natural communicator when I speak, and sometimes, you know, stuff slips out. So it is, right? And if you don't like that, then that's fine, right? But it's the key is you have to be you to the fullest extent of you, because you as the messenger really, really matters. So that's Motivation Mondays. Next, we have Wednesday Wins. This is the email that's gonna get the highest response for the week in terms of a call to action. And I'm gonna talk about how you get people to take action so that every single email you send out doesn't seem like a promotion, but it's a useful value. And then we're gonna tie it in with something, and I'll share that little secret with you in just a second. So Wednesday Wins are all about share a client story, right? Meet so-and-so. She was here before, tried all this other stuff, nothing worked, came to me, did this stuff, got these results. Here's the words from her own mouth, right? Or before and after picture. You can take a screenshot from your Facebook group if you have clients sharing wins. Boom. Those emails are going to get the highest response rates if you have a call to action. Want similar results? Click here, book in a call, right? Click here and do what Sally did. Because humans, when in doubt, social proof is everything, right? When people are not sure what to do, they turn to the crowd. And so the more you share these stories of your client wins or customer wins, if you sell product, customer reviews, the more you're going to sell. It's really, really that simple. And then FAQ Fridays is about just sharing, here's some frequently asked questions. I would limit this to 3 at the most, okay? So 3 is the magic number in everything. Notice how this is a 3-day system, not a 4-day system. So 3 is consumable, it's not too long, and it can be whatever you want. Like for me, the easiest way to create content is what do my clients ask me? And then I'm like, cool, I'm sure other people in the world have that same question. Let me create some content around that, right? So as an example, this video, clients ask me, Yuri, what do I send out every week? What do I email my list every week? I'm like, hey, have you watched the 3-day system in the nurture module? They're like, oh, yes, thank you. I'm gonna go and watch that, which is essentially a deeper dive into this video here. Right? So then it's like, well, if they're asking that, then maybe people like you're asking that. And that's why I'm shooting this video here to share content like that. So it's a really simple way of providing value to your list, right? I'm not a huge fan of only providing how-to type of content. That's why this channel is not just like how to send emails, how to run Facebook ads. I think that stuff is garbage, to be honest. I was gonna say it's garbage. There's a time and place for it, but I've just been in business for too long to talk about the tactical stuff at that level. And I bring a lot more opinion and philosophy to this, and hopefully you find it valuable. Anyways, so FAQs could be like someone posting your Facebook group or whatever platform you're using to build your community. What platform do you recommend for membership site? Cool, there's a question. Hey, this just came in from Sally. She was wondering what's the best platform for hosting a membership site or content for your clients. Like, cool, well, we use Kajabi. I really like it, blah, blah, blah. But you could also use Thinkific, or you could use ClickFunnels, whatever. So you're providing some useful stuff around frequently asked questions about your stuff. If you have a product and people are like, are these ingredients organic? Yes, all the ingredients are organic. Like whatever questions come across your desk, just use those, infuse them on your FAQ Friday emails, and then you're done, okay? So why I say this is 1 week of content in 30 minutes or less is that these emails should take you less than 30 minutes to write, okay? Maybe they take you 40, I don't know. But generally, they're not gonna take you hours upon hours upon hours. So here's one more tip I will give you is when you write these emails, store them in a Google Doc, because in the future, you can revert back to them. We have Google Docs and we send out emails about 5 days a week for our email list. And we have emails stored in Google Docs by category, right? Monday motivation, Wednesday wins, etc. all the way back since like 2018. That's when I started documenting and storing this stuff. We can go back to 2018 and pull an email that's evergreen into the current day if we can't come up with something. And if you track the performance of emails over time, you're like, hey, you don't remember that email we sent 3 years ago? That crushed it, let's try that again. So make sure you write in Google Docs and store everything there, and you're not manually putting stuff into your CRM or whatever you're using to send out emails, whether it's MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, etc. Because you don't want to lose that. Keep it and refer back to it over time. Final thing I'll leave you with here is how do you get people to take action from these emails? This email campaign is meant to nurture your list. It's built to build, bond, know, like, and trust, etc. So these emails can't be promotion all the time. But how do you make sense of sending out emails in a way that still adds revenue to your business? Well, insert the following. I'm gonna give credit to my buddy Dean Jackson, where I learned this from. It's called the super signature. So essentially what this is you write an email that's mostly value-based, mostly content, and you sign off, right? My sign off is your friend and coach, Yuri. P.S. Whenever you're ready, here are 3 ways I can help you. Way number 1, way number 2, way number 3, right? So for instance, in my case, get more clients in less time, right? Watch our Perfect Client Pipeline Masterclass. If you want to get more clients with less grinds, more predictability, more consistently, click here to watch it now. Number 2, if you're ready to step up and get 10 years of results in 12 months or less, and you want our coaching, click here to book in a free call. Number 3, if you haven't picked up my book, My Plus, click here, get it on Amazon. So those are like 3 things I can throw in the PS, right? So PS, whenever you're ready, here are 3 ways I can help you. And you can change up that PS. We have I think we've got 5 or 6 different versions of that super signature, and you can just rotate them. So that is the easiest way to just have a trickle of clients coming in, calls being booked. If you sell product, sales of your product being made on a daily basis, it's kind of like putting on an old pair of jeans and finding 20 bucks cash in your pocket. That's kind of what it's like. Even if you don't want to use the super signature. So for instance, on the Wednesday wins, you send out a testimonial or a case study about Sally, I would just sign off like your friend and coach, Yuri. Because as soon as you do that, it's almost like you've been given the right to make an ask now. So if you tell Sally's story, here she was, here's what she did, we started working together, here's her results. Hope her story inspires you too. Your friend and coach, Yuri. P.S. Want similar results to Sally? Click here to book in a time. It's a simple shift, but when you put that in the PS, it's so much more subtle than if you put it right in the body of the email itself. So it's not to say that you can't have calls to action in your emails, but I promise you, when you have your calls to action mainly in your PSs, it gives you almost like free reign to send out 7 emails a week if you wanted to, because all of your emails are valuable. And then it's like, oh, by the way, if you want this, click here. And it's almost like an afterthought. So it's a really, really casual, non-salesy, sleazy, in-your-face type of way of just moving people to action after you've provided value. So that's the super signature. And that, my friend, is the 3-day email marketing campaign. I think it's honestly one of the easiest and the best ones you can deploy. This is kind of like for your broadcast weekly type of nurture. And if you've enjoyed this, here's what I want you to do next. Click the video on, I don't even know which way the video is going to come up, but just click either side of this. And I'm going to show you exactly how to think about the writing of your emails. Not like what words to write, but the tone and the voice that you want to emit when people read your emails. Because I'll tell you, the biggest mistake that I see in email marketing, as I mentioned, is these boilerplate newsletter of the month templates. No one connects to that. So in this video, I'm going to share with you that it's not about content. There is one thing that is way more important than content. So click the video, watch it now, discover what it is, and start using it in your emails today. Thanks so much. Remember to subscribe. Got lots of stuff to support your business growth, and I'll see you in the next video.